Hey guys, what's up? This is Ashley. I'm going to be going over a song called How He Loves. I'll be teaching you guys the Jesus Culture cover. It was originally a song written by John Mark McMillan, but it's just been widely covered. Like I said, Jesus Culture has covered it, David Crowder Band has covered it, Flyleaf has covered it, and I just believe it's a great song to get into God's presence. I'll be posting tabs in the description on how to play the chords, which will make it a little bit easier to learn the song. But let's just go ahead and just learn it. I'm just so excited. Let's go ahead and learn it. Alright, the intro to this song contains 3 chords. They are F sharp major, D sharp minor, and C sharp major. Like I said earlier, I'll be posting the tabs for these chords in the description, so please refer back to that as much as you need to. Now, the first chord in the intro is this F sharp major. I prefer to finger pick it rather than use the actual pick, just because I believe it gives it a different kind of sound, but whichever is easier for you, please go ahead and do so. So what I do is I take my thumb and I pluck the A in the D string, and I use my ring finger to pluck the E string and my middle finger to pluck the B string. So when we play it, it sounds like this. Now, at the end of this chord, what they do is they simultaneously hit this E and B string at the same time, so it sounds like this. We can easily achieve this by using our ring finger and our middle finger just to simply pluck them both at the same time. So when we play it all together, it sounds like this. Okay, moving on to the second chord. The second chord is this D sharp minor, and it's plucked the exact same way as the F sharp major was. It's the exact same finger picking pattern. So it goes like this. The third chord is this C sharp major, and it's plucked the exact same way as well. So it sounds like this. The F sharp major. So when we play it all together, it sounds like this. That's the intro to the song. Now, the first verse of the song is played the exact same way that the intro is being played. I couldn't differentiate whether or not they were simultaneously hitting the E and the B string, or whether or not they were just letting it flow. Whichever way you decide to play it, it still sounds good whichever way. But I'll let you decide whether or not you want to simultaneously hit the strings or whether or not you want to just let it flow. So let's go over the first verse of the song. It'll sound like this. He is jealous for me. Love's like a hurricane. I am a tree bending beneath the weight of his wind and mercy. And you repeat it. Now all of a sudden I'm unaware of these afflictions eclipsed by glory, and I realize just how beautiful you are and how great your affections are for me. And that's how you play the first verse of the song. Okay, so right after the first verse, it goes into this pre-chorus part. The pre-chorus contains one chord that we haven't gone over as yet, but we can easily learn this. So what we're going to do is we're going to take our index finger and we're going to bar it along the 7th fret. And we're going to use this top part of our index finger, the flesh part, and we're going to gently place it below the low E string to mute it. So it's going to sound like this. We don't want to hear the low E string, so we're going to take it out of this chord. Right after we do that, we're going to take our ring finger and we're going to place it on the 9th fret of the A string. We're going to take our middle finger, place it on the 8th fret of the D string. And we're going to take our pinky finger and place it on the 9th fret of the high E string. Now it's going to be the same finger picking pattern that we've been doing for the intro and for the verse. So it's going to sound like this. Right after we get done with that chord, we're going to go to this D sharp minor. Same finger picking pattern. Then we're going to go to the C sharp major with the same finger picking pattern as well. By going to this F sharp major with the same finger picking pattern as well. So when you play it all together, it sounds like this. Oh, how he loves us so. Oh, how he loves us. How he loves us so. Right after the pre-chorus, it goes into this really cool riff. It sounds like this. Well, actually, it sounds a little different. They have a delay effect on. But hey, here's the thing. If you're playing by yourself and you try to go into that riff, it's going to sound a little strange. It's going to disrupt the flow of the song. So this is what I do to substitute for the riff and keep the flow of the song flowing. What this does is it substitutes for the riff and it keeps the flow of the song flowing. So here's how we play this. We're going to take the same F sharp major shape that we've been playing, but we're just going to take our middle finger off. And we're going to use our thumb to pluck the A string. And we're going to use our thumb to pluck the D string. And our index finger to pluck the G string. Now we're going to play this progression twice. And the progression sounds like this. 1, 2. Okay. Now we're going to take our ring finger and we're going to place that on the 8th fret of the A string, and we're going to take our pinky finger off, and remember, our middle finger is still off. This is the second chord in the progression, and we're just going to, it's the same progression, we're going to pluck it twice, and it sounds like this. 1, 2. Cool. So right after that, we're going to bring our ring finger down back to the 8th fret of the D string, and it's going to be the same progression. We're going to pluck this twice as well. It's going to sound like this. 1, 2. Cool. Now this is where it changes up a little bit. We're going to keep our ring finger right here on the 8th fret of the D string, and we're going to move our thumb down to the D string. We're going to use it to pluck that first. We're going to take our index finger and pluck the G string, and we're going to take our middle finger to pluck the B string. And it's going to sound like this. The same progression. We're playing this twice. So it's going to sound like this. 1, 2. Cool. Now we're going to play these progressions 3 times. We're just going to go through it real quick so I can show you how it's going to sound. So it's going to sound like this. Now, on the 4th time that we're going to play this progression, we're going to take the same F sharp major shape, you know, the one minus the middle finger, the same shape, but we're going to play it 4 times instead of 2. So it's going to sound like this. And right after we play that, we're going to go to that second chord that I showed you. the one where the ring finger is on the 8th fret of the A string, and we're going to play this 4 times as well. So it's going to sound like this. This lets us know that we're getting ready to go back into the verse. So let's play it all together from the top. So it's going to sound like this. And that's how I substitute the riff. I just play that through, and then right after that, it goes back into the verse. So let's go ahead and jump back into the verse.